Hi, I'm John Paul Martin, the Warning Coordination Meteorologist with NOAA's National Weather Service in Bismarck, encouraging you to attend skywarn spotting in your community when the National Weather Service comes out for that, or viewing severe weather safety online at National Weather Service website, or through videos like this. National Weather Service website, www.weather.gov. Same amount of moisture in the air as there was outside, but relative to the temperature, it was 100% humidity outside. In your house, it's now 10%. Your skin is dry. What do? Put a humidifier on your furnace, or you go buy a humidifier. Right? Too much moisture in your house, you buy a dehumidifier. Is that good? So the best source of moisture, the best measure of moisture, is the dew point temperature. But we have not done a very good job educating you. I hope I just made one step forward.
I like to watch the dew point when they say it's, severe weather's coming. Absolutely. I like to watch that dew point. If it starts climbing out of the 60s and keeps going, brother, look out.
Absolutely. But I'd say this, to just supplement what you're saying is exactly correct. But even this, dew point temperature in the summertime in the 20s or 30s, it's going to be awfully hard to get a thunderstorm going. But if I can get up into the 40s, it's going to be a little easier to get. If I can get up into the 50s, it's going to be easier. If I can get into the 60s, it's going to be very easy to get a thunderstorm outside. When a dew point's in the 40 degrees, let's say 30 degrees in North Dakota in June, July, you get a thunderstorm, you're not going to get much rain with it. It's going to be a dry thunderstorm. You might cause a nightmare for these folks, especially if they were rural firefighters, because now they're going to have grass fires starting all over the place. Worst enemy of a firefighter, especially rural, because in a town we usually, we can have grass fires in town, we've had them, I'm sorry, say he's an idiot. The guy just looked at me and said, he's an idiot, because we have grass fires in Bismarck. You know my point though, the rural fire department, much busier with that outside of town than what we are in town. Although we have had grass fires in town, sure. And now that Bismarck is so big. But grass fires, dry lightning. Lightning strikes, starts a fire, there's no rain to come put the fire out. If you're not signing up to be a skyward spotter, I'm going to be very disappointed. You didn't smile as much as I thought you would. Now I'm in fear of what I just said. Okay, here's Bow Bells. I don't know if you remember this. A few years ago we had a fatality in Bow Bells, Burke County. A fellow drove into this tornado. He had his son in the car. They were going to North or South Carolina. Where's a big Gulf school? North or South Carolina. Anyway, Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, he was taking his son to North Carolina to go to college, and they drove right into this tornado. The father was killed. Here's the Minot radar is down here somewhere. Green toward the radar, red away. There it is right there. Bango. And here's what your eyes were seeing near Bow Bells that day. We rated that tornado, I believe, a low end 4, borderline 3-4. Dickinson supercell, again, visual clue, you're looking outside, you see that? Danger. Is there going to be a tornado? Not necessarily, but boy, we're setting you up here. You look up at a thunderstorm, you see this, you can just see the way the clouds are pushing up into the sky. You can just see the way that it looks like a big piece of cauliflower. Tremendous upward motion in the thunderstorm. Tremendous updraft, and look at what's there. Tornado. This is moving off to the right, maybe into the wall, maybe out of the wall, but somehow off to the right. This is the backside of the thunderstorm. Looks like a piece of cauliflower. Absolutely. We should have an arrow coming in here. Brightening the sky. See it right here? Still within the thunderstorm, brightening the sky, rear flame, backside downdraft. Pulls the circulation out of the cloud. Overshooting top. We talked about the anvil cloud. You've all seen an anvil, a thunderstorm. This bubble of cloud sticking up above the anvil. Overshooting top. Sign that the upward motion is so strong, broke through the top of the thunderstorm that's coming out the other side. Extremely, extremely dangerous. I guarantee you, if you see, I shouldn't use that word guarantee, but let's stick with it. If you see an overshooting top, and it lasts 10 or 15 minutes. You see this overshooting cloud, you go in the house, 15 minutes later, you come out, and it's still there, even bigger. I guarantee you, somebody is getting either high wind, torrential rain, large hail, and most likely a combination of all of those. Is there a tornado? Maybe, maybe not. But I guarantee you, somebody's getting tremendous rain, hail, wind, or a combination of them. Tornado lookalikes, one of the biggest challenges you have is that a tornado, yes or no? Obviously, here it is. Tornadoes are generally, not always, but generally smoother in appearance. Now, if it's all dirt, if it's just dirt, then they won't be smooth in appearance. You know, you'll have all this dirt blowing around. But let's take a look at some of these. Scud clouds, pieces of cloud. What's happening here is that the ground is wet, moist. We have some evaporation off the ground. This moist parcel of air is being lifted. I'm getting clouds to form here. Clouds are being sucked up into the thunderstorm. But those are not tornadoes in the picture. That's low-hanging, nothing cloud. We call it scud cloud. Now you want to be careful if this scud cloud all of a sudden starts moving around this thunderstorm. Oh well, now wait a minute. Now that thunderstorm must be rotating. It's sucking in that low cloud and circulating it around. So on the left, do you think that's a tornado? No, it's not. Moist air on the ground being lifted, sucked into the thunderstorm. How about here? If I told you it is not rotating, is that a tornado?
No.
No. If I told you it is not rotating, are these tornado? No. How about here? Boy, let me tell you, from this picture, if you said to me, just from the picture, I can't answer any questions, is this a tornado? I would say yes. Now if you told me, but it's not rotating, then I have to say, well, no, it's not a tornado. This was not rotating and there was no damage done. So it's not a tornado. Even though it sure looks like one. How about here? Here. Fingers of clouds sticking down. They are not rotating. Are they tornadoes? Are they foam clouds? No. How about here? Do we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 72, 86, 132 tornadoes? No. We have a shelf cloud, and we got little fingers sticking down. Are they rotating? None of the 183 are rotating. But I'll bet you $1. No, I won't. I can't do that. I can't bet anything. Gosh, I shouldn't have said that, especially if this is on video. But anyway, I'll bet you the 911 center is inundated with phone calls saying tornado, tornado, tornado. That's why, folks, we need you to say, you know, I see these funny looking things, but I'm a trained scout. I was sat down for 2 hours with that guy that day at the Bismarck library. What a waste of my time. But the one thing I did learn is these aren't tornadoes that I'm seeing. And that's more, and I'm a trained skywarn spotter. See what I mean? Because the public will call in, and that's great. We want the public to call in, because they're driving around all creation, so they see things. But if you don't know what you're looking at, you gotta be careful. Sometimes we don't know what we're looking at. The other thing we might do is if you report a tornado, and you say, hey, I see this tornado, and I'm in south of Bismarck. I'm south of Bismarck, University of Mary, and I'm looking to the south, and I see this tornado. We're going to ask you, well, how far away do you think it is? And you might say, 5 miles away. That's still Burley County. And I'm going to look at the radar. Now, if I see that rotation on the radar, I'm going to use the radar to determine where it is, because sometimes I am a very poor judge at how far away that is. I think it's 5 miles away, but it's really 15 miles away. See what I mean? So I'm going to issue the tornado warning, not for Burley County, but for Emmons County, and you're going to say, what did that guy do? I told him it was in Burley County. But I'm using the radar. This happened to Dickinson. We had a bunch of people on Interstate 94 seeing a tornado to the north. So they wanted us to issue a warning for Stark County. It was way up near Manning in Dunn County. And then we had negative, hey, wait a minute, I told you that was in Stark County. Yes, but I'm using the radar, which is a much better where it is, right? You know yourself, in North Dakota, you think that thing is 10 miles away, it's really 20 miles away. All right. Firefighters, is that a tornado? No, that's a grass fire or a farmer burning a field. and the smoke is being lifted up into the thunderstorm. This is not a tornado, that's a fire, smoke. This is not a tornado, that is smoke being lifted up into the thunderstorm. And I've been fooled. I've been on my way to Jamestown to do skywarn training, and I say, yeah, it looks like a tornado over there. And the closer you get, you realize, no, it's a farmer burning the field or whatever it is, okay? How about this? What if I told you it is not rotating? It's a rain.
Thank you for watching. Continued in part 11. Videographed by Matthew Kronberger. If you enjoyed the presentation, comment and subscribe to my YouTube channel at Matthew Kronberger, Bismarck, North Dakota.